Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Long time no see, chat. Long time, right? It's been a while. Been a while. I mean, it sort of has. Like, if you only watch us on YouTube, then we missed last week. But if you follow us on Twitch and everywhere else, then we just did a 7-hour stream today, which was not intended. Let me tell you. That was not intended. I mean, the stream was intended. We just didn't intend to go 7 hours. As I'm learning, the more we do this, it's just, man, once you get on a roll, dude, it's just like, it's so easy to keep going. So, yeah, I think I originally thought, okay, we'll do a 3, maybe a 4-hour stream today, and then another stream tonight to top it all off, because we don't want to upset our YouTube folks as well. A lot of you go back and forth. Some people just like YouTube, some people just like Twitch. So, yeah. But for anybody who may be dropping in, we're not going to be doing any like spoilers or anything tonight. We will be talking about the game and some news around the game, but no spoilers or anything. So, Elwin with the 5 months. That, like, it blows my mind that it's only been 5 months.
How are you?
It blows my mind that it's only been 5 months, Elwin. Like, that this whole thing has been happening, right? 5 months?
Hello.
Feels like so much longer.
How are you? Welcome to
Thank you for the 5 months. And also, Elwin getting things started with the 5 gifted. Oh my goodness, Elwin.
How are you?
Just like she did today over on Twitch. Which we are getting very close to 100%ing the game, guys. Very, very close.
Welcome to Gryffindor.
But thank you all so much for the 5 gifted right there, Elwin. Congrats to those of you who got one of the gifted. Dude, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and mute this music, because I don't know if you guys saw what they posted today on the official Hogwarts Legacy channel. Oh, man, I don't know if we're allowed to play it, though. I mean, if it's all from the game, we should probably be good.
How are you? Welcome to Gryffindor.
All right, we'll try it. If you guys watch this later, if you guys are watching this on Replay Squad and the audio goes out for a while, then you'll know why. It's because of copyright. I think we're good with the game soundtrack, though. I think we're good.
Hello. How are you? Welcome to
Anything we've played from the actual soundtrack has been totally fine. Yeah, I know this one for sure is good. I know this one is fine.
Hello.
And I guess if it's all this is played in the game, which, yeah, I think we're good, but you never know for sure with this kind of, with the music stuff. All right, and then right after Elwin, let's see, we had Dustin. Dustin, what's up, dude? Dustin in the house tonight, gifting out 5 gifteds as well. Jake with the 6 months. Jake and Dustin, thank you so much. Let's see, who got those 5 gifted from Dustin? Who got the 5 gifted from Dustin? We've got Zodiac, Todd Tyler, Nathan, Sinnott, Murphy, Aslan, and Nick Shaw. Congrats on the gifted memberships, guys. Guys and gals, congrats, congrats, congrats. There's another sub right there. A couple more subscribers. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Oh, man. This stream, like, I feel like the pressure's off. I don't have to, I'm not doing any gameplay stuff, so we can just chill and hang out. And there's a lot to talk about. I know, it's kind of crazy, right? We thought the game would come out and then the news would be gone.
How are you?
No.
Welcome to Gryffindor.
Nope. A lot more news. A lot more news.
Hello. How are you? Welcome
Zutara. Zutara with the 5 gifteds as well. Zutara, thank you so much. How have you been, Zutara? Did you beat the game?
How are you?
Because I'm pretty sure, was it a comment? It was either a comment on a YouTube video or it was the, may have been our last live stream, where I saw a comment from you saying you were trying to avoid spoilers and everything. So.
Hello. How are you? Welcome to Gryffindor.
Oh yeah, Jake, you got the gold now. Yeah. What's it like not having a job being on YouTube instead? I don't know what you meant after that. You're the best. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's like, it's been crazy so far because we haven't really... It's been wild around my house with sick kids. We've had a lot going on with the kids being sick, and my wife and I were sick. I had a really crazy eye infection. In fact, I think 2 weeks ago when we streamed, I didn't do webcam because, yeah, this whole eye was just... looked like I'd been in a boxing fight or something. Yeah, congrats to those who just got one of the gifteds. All right, let's see who all we got in the house tonight. Man, this audio is really loud. I'm going to turn it to like right there. Just a little subtle background right now. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? We got Alicia, Antoine. Hey, I saw you in the chat too. DeGrimley, David was here. Dr. Sherbet, Dustin Quist, Elwin, Feathers. How's it going, Feathers? Gavin. We got Jake, Jason, Jenny, L.O.N, Matt88, Mewstore. See a couple names from Twitch this morning as well. Ryan Kingsbury in the house. What's up, Ryan? Member of House RACONTEUR. Terrell Sims, The Sisters, Tyler Bennett, Willow Kaiser, Zigster, Zodiac, Zutara, Babe, everybody there in the house. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. Dude, we're going to start off with a bang. You guys saw my tweet, or if you saw my post on YouTube, I was trying to give people a little bit time to get here because I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. I think you're going to enjoy this one. And while part of it may be what you think, I think there's going to be a surprise too. So WB, first off, reached out a couple of weeks ago and asked if we would like a collector's edition. And I said, why, sure, I would love one. Thank you very much for considering us. However, I believe there are some additional items in here as well. So I'm expecting a collector's edition. I took a little peek and just confirmed, like, okay, that's what this is. But there is more than a collector's edition in here. So, first off, it is a massive, massive box. Let me try to figure out what's... I mean, look at that. I didn't even know it was in the frame of the camera right there. You can already see it here. So, I'm just going to move the mic back for a second. Just so you guys can see this. So, remember our God of War box? Let's see if we can even get it all in the frame. I'm going to have to completely... Okay, wait. Right there. There we go. There we go. All in the frame right there. All right, so be careful to make sure I don't show my address here. All right, so now, fragile, handle with care. So on top, we have this right here, which at first I thought, oh, this is the collector's edition. That's what I thought at first. However, it's not. So we have this box here. Something in here. We'll set that to the side for now. Then, this one is more recognizable. Here we have a copy of the collector's edition on the PlayStation 5. Now, for those of you who have been really following... Oh my gosh, it's the God of War thing all over again. I don't have enough room here. We've got to... All right, let's get this box out of the way. For those of you who've been following everything we've said, so I got a collector's edition from GameStop. And I told you guys, if something works out, I will most likely be giving that away. I just didn't know if this was going to work out yet. So that one has sat up here, unopened. I haven't even used my Kelpie robe or anything because the WB one we're not allowed to, we can't give that one away. So keeping this one for myself for sure. So I haven't even opened it. I have not even seen the collector's edition yet. Haven't unlocked my Kelpie robe. Haven't done any of that. So we're about to do it right here, right now. So I'm going to set this, the Mysteria. I mean, look at that. It is pretty thick. It's almost as big as the collector's edition. So we're going to set that to the side. Tease the, the excitement here. All right, and then we have the PS5 collector's Right, here we go. So we go ahead and slide this off. And let's see, on the back you have Live the Unwritten. So yeah, steel case and the full game for PS5. I'm curious to see if it comes with the regular case and the steel case. So when Chandler did the unboxing, it was only the steel case, but they've always showed it with that box as well. Then you have the floating wand with the book. That's the big attraction. The box, of course, the Dark Arts pack, and then the Kelpie Robe Dark Arts Garrison hat as well. All right, so I'm really curious to see this wand. The Ancient Magic Wand. They didn't do that one here, Willow? Are you talking about, are you UK or US? Because I know a lot of times that varies based on territory. Like, I have the Metroid Dread Collector's Edition. I almost said Metroid Prime. I can't find Metroid Prime, dude. It's crazy how the Metroid Prime Remastered. It's sold out everywhere. And I know there's a digital copy as well, but man, I want the physical. I'm going to keep looking, but... Oh, yes, it does come with the box. Let's go, dude. I was really hoping that it would. Because as much, you know, I think steel books are cool. All right, so that is for... Let's see. This is for the... Oh, the Kelpie Robe. Let's go. Dark Arts Garrison hat and Kelpie Robe. All right, and then that's the box there. All right, so a copy of the Hogwarts Legacy Deluxe. It's my first time actually holding a game box. It's my first time holding the Hogwarts Legacy game box, dude. Let's go. Very cool. I'm glad it came with that. Oh, you know what? See, we could use this. Let me see if I can zoom out here so we can get a little bit more in the frame. All right, so, okay, that's opposite. We want to zoom out. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, and then this other thing. So this came with my GameStop copy. They did not advertise for some reason. I don't know why. They should have advertised that was going to be included. This came, it's like a little, metallic little tin that you could hang up somewhere. Pretty cool, though. So, yeah, I'm still in the process of organizing this shelf here. And I've been waiting. I knew this was coming, man, because I want to see... Oh, my gosh, the book. I really want to see if I can fit the book up here somewhere, because that would be epic. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I think we can for sure get this. Did they advertise it? I never saw anything about it, and I pre-ordered a GameStop months ago. Probably a year ago. They never said anything about, like, hey, it's going to include this too. I actually heard from several people who said, yeah, I had no idea. And then it just happened. Just months after. Oh, really? Like months after? All right, so there. Okay, that is nice. That is a nice steel case, I gotta say. Gotta say. That will look very nice on the shelf here. Very nice on the shelf. You have like the Hogwarts crest on the front with the Never Tickle a Sleeping Dragon. See if we can hold that up a little bit closer so you guys can... Do you see yourself in the reflection? Look at you guys. There all of you are. Oh man, with the light, you can't even really tell what it is. That's all right. We'll figure that out later. We will figure that part of it out later. But I really want, like, one of these shelves has got to be dedicated to either Potter and or Hogwarts in some way. Some way. All right, so that's that. And then here is the first look at the floating wand. All right, let's see. So we got the little cable right here. Oh, wow. This is all tied down very... Got to be careful here. Make sure we don't break anything. The book is the main thing, right? We don't want to drop the book. There we go. Okay, so the book actually, it's like a separate piece here. It sounds a lot worse than it is, I promise. It's just tape. It's just tape. All All right, there it is, dude. The Ancient Magic book. Oh, wow. And then I guess this is like some instructions on... Oh, yeah. It's instructions on how to get the wand to actually float. To have the magic using the magnets, you know? Yeah, Dreamin'. Hey, and Dreamin', thank you so much for the, let's see, renewing... Wait, hold on. What did I... Dreamin' with the super chat. Why did that not show up over... There it is. There it is. Yo, what's up? Good to see another stream, man. Hoping the best for you and your family on the full-time YouTube journey. Dreamin'. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate the kind words. But yeah, guys, if you didn't see our announcement here on YouTube, this is my job now. This is officially what we're doing. So, obviously, it won't just be limited to Hogwarts Legacy in the long term. But yeah, right now, man, it's all, I would say, mostly about Hogwarts. But we've been streaming over on Twitch, having a lot of success there. A lot of you have been turning out to those gameplay streams, which has been awesome to see. And we're going to keep talking gaming news, too. So, I was asking today on YouTube, like, what kinds of videos are you guys interested in? But there's a video up now on our YouTube channel where I kind of outline the plan of everything that we're going to be covering. All right, so here's what we have. You have Hogwarts up here in the top left. You got the Black Lake, Forbidden Forest over here, Hogsmeade over here. And then on the back, you've got like Portkey Games, the Mysterious Figure here. The Mysterious Figure, the ancient magic symbol, which we all know and are familiar with at this point. Let's hold it a little bit closer there so you guys can see it. There you go. And then, I mean, just to kind of compare it size so you guys can get a... Like, I felt whenever I opened up this hammer, the hammer is, like, huge. So it is about a little bit shorter than the hammer. Or wider, I guess. The hammer's a little bit wider when you stretch them across like this. So let's see, dude. Let's see. I don't think it's going to fit, man, but I really hope it does. Not gonna fit. Not gonna fit. We'll have to figure out another place for it. But yeah, so that is the base. And then let's get the wand out. Let's check out the wand. It is crazy, man, how well the hammer was just like the perfect fit. If the hammer was any bigger, it would not fit up there. It would not fit if it was any bigger at all. Harder than I expected. Oh, to get the wand to float. Did you get one too, Feathers? Nice. Does the hammer float? Could you imagine? If we tried the hammer with it and it actually managed to float too. No, I'm sure the wand has some kind of magnets in there, I would say. Oh yeah, so on the back here, we have these little twisty ties we have to undo here. Get the wand out. So yeah, thanks again to our friends over at WB for sending this to us so we could unbox it here on the channel, let you guys get a good look at it. And then, don't forget, we still have the mystery box. The mystery box. We knew, like the collector's edition we knew about. The other stuff is a mystery. Alright, so there's the wand. Don't worry, I'm okay. Piece of plastic fell. Alright, and then we gotta get the power cable out as well. Gotta try it out, dude. We gotta plug it in. And I think I should be able to adjust the camera so you guys can see it in action too. Alright, so there's that. Oh, come on. Oh, there's one more. Last one. Do I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for GameCube? Not Sorcerer's Stone on GameCube, no. No. The first time I ever played Sorcerer's Stone, it was on PC. Chamber of Secrets, though, I played on the GameCube. Yeah. And then Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, I have that one for GameCube. Goblet of Fire I never owned. Then Order of the Phoenix was the Wii. But now I own it for PlayStation 3. That's the one the version we've been playing on stream whenever before Hogwarts Legacy came out. All right, so you have the cable. Again, everybody talked about the cable, like how it's sort of, it's white and glaring. I think you'll just have to find a place to kind of tuck it away, which should be easy enough to do. All right, so right now I'm just going to plug it in right behind me. All right, so we got that. Now let's plug the book in. All right, so you plug it in. Looks like on the top side, right there, is where the plug goes. Let's see. Do I hear power emanating from it? No, it doesn't sound like any power. Is there an on-off switch, or does it just... Yeah, they did include instructions. I should probably look at those. I should probably look at the instructions, right? All right, so let me just adjust this here and move the mic out of the way. And then watch this. We should be able to go with our camera here. Oh, there we go. All right, so let me turn it like this. Oh, no, not that way. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. There we go. All right. Then we have the Ancient Magic Wand. Yeah, somebody was asking. So we're not really spoiling story stuff, but yeah, this is the wand that comes into play late in the game. Late in the game, right here it is. Oh my goodness, dude. That kind of freaked me out a little bit, man. It just like instantly pulled it over there. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's like flipping it over. Wow. Okay, I feel was not expecting that. I feel the magnet right in there, but right now it's pulling the opposite. Okay, so wait, do I need to position it like this? All right. I know instructions. There's a reason. There's a reason they were included. And hey, who was it? I think Feathers said it was harder to get it to float than you expected. All right, so number 2. Okay. Oh, it has like a very specific point. All right, so wait, I'm working upside down. Hold on. We are working upside down, so okay, it needs to be this way. All right. Oh my gosh, it is so... it's just like, it's just snapping it. I mean, are you supposed to keep the paper on there, though? I guess you can move the paper once you get it lined up. So yeah, the paper has little arrows where you can just line it up. Oh man, we were talking about ASMR earlier. How's that? How's that for a little ASMR, chat? All right, so yeah, we need to go. Oh yeah, so this is like the sheet to line it up right here. All right, so Black Lake. All right, there we go. It's lined up right there. Okay, so, gosh, dude, this is so crazy, man. You can feel the power of it moving. No, I want you to float. All right, so it looks like, I mean, definitely this is the right direction. The handle over here on this side. And then here's a little star right here. Like there's where it's showing us the star. Yeah, it just keeps like... Oh, wait. Wait. There it is, dude. There it is. The power. You don't know the power of the dark side. Oh, we got it. Oh, wow. It's pointing at me now. It's pointing at me. I'm the chosen one. Yeah. Now let's see. Okay, hold on. Don't anyone panic. If it snaps into place somewhere, I'm going to try and see, can you actually move the book? Oh, that's crazy. You can. Oh no. All right, we're going to slide it just ever so slightly over here to the left. Ever so slightly over. Oh, it's still on there though. It's locked in. Dude, that's crazy. It's teetering back and forth right now. Teetering back and forth. All right, very cool, very cool. Now, the mystery box. The mystery box, ladies and gentlemen. All right, hold on. We're going to see this. Let me take the camera back up a little bit here. Yeah, right there, right there. I might throw the AK, I know. All right, so if you guys are just tuning in, we received a special package from our friends over at WB Games. We opened up the collector's edition just now for PS5. Now, there was another very large mystery item inside. Very large. Okay, so, all right. Okay, it's like a giant piece of foam here. I think it's supposed to open up like this, though. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that, dude. Okay, so yes, we have the art book over here on this side. And then 4 house. Hold on, dude, those are like actual patches. 4 house patches. Hold on, let me see if I can lift it out of here. I think I can. Oh, yes. Perfect. Look at that, dude. See if you guys can get a little bit. All right, where are the Gryffindors at? Gryffindor. And then let's see our... Oh, hold on, the mic's in the way. Ravenclaws. Where are you at, Ravenclaws? And then we have our Slytherins. And then we have Hufflepuff. Somebody said they want the they want the Hufflepuff one. Dr. Sherbet, my wife's a Hufflepuff, you know. My wife is a Hufflepuff. Oh my gosh, though. Hold on, you guys. These might actually be able to... I mean, you could take them out. Like, this is like a little foam backing. But I think I might want to just keep them in here. Maybe hang this up somewhere. Like, we could hang that. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. We have some room above our... Come on. Come on, camera. We have some room above here. Oh, dude, that's actually sick. That might look really good, actually. Wow. Okay, that is very cool. And then the art book here, which many of you guys may have a copy of this. The art and making of Hogwarts Legacy. Again, I haven't opened it. Haven't looked at anything in this art book yet, other than what, you know, the few things they showed early. I didn't even look at the leaks. Like, I read about the leaks and stuff, but man, okay, that is too cool. Too cool. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys over at WB for sending that, man. I'm gonna have to find a good place for all of these things, man. All of these. But what this also means for everyone here is we are going to be giving away this collector's edition right up here. with the golden snitch on top of it. Nope, not that way. Right there. Right there. That collector's edition, we're going to be giving away. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to our Twitter and our YouTube community page, obviously Discord as well, and we will keep you posted. But yeah, I'm definitely planning on giving that away. It's the PS5 version, the US version of the game. So I don't know if that will affect who can play it and who can't. But yeah, so that is too cool, man. Too cool. Yeah, exactly. Beantown, exactly. Gonna be giving it away. I just want to make sure there's a website called, I think it's gleam.io. I just need to set everything up on there and figure out exactly how we're going to let people enter and all that. Make sure we give people plenty of time. And yeah, man, pay it forward. Pay it forward. That's the goal. But I can't wait to put those patches up somewhere. Those patches are awesome. Too cool, man. Too cool. All right, so... Oh, wait, did commands stop working? Oh, yeah, we don't have all the commands over here on YouTube. Some of them work, but yeah. I think what I need to decide is I'm going to pick one bot for YouTube and one bot for Twitch, and then just set them all up accordingly. Because right now, we basically have like 3 bots in both... both Twitch and YouTube, and so it just messes with things. Yeah, Discord works, but Twitter, yeah, I think we have a Twitter one here. It's just, I'm pretty much RetroRaconteur everywhere. RetroRaconteur across the board. All right, so that's not what we want. If you guys didn't see this, they just posted the full soundtrack today on the official Hogwarts Legacy YouTube. Alright, so let's set up our... There we go. There we go. But yeah, man, what do you guys... I got a good poll. I want to see how many of you... Let me move it over here. You guys can keep watching there. I want to see how many of you have beaten Hogwarts Legacy yet. Alright, so your channel... Start a poll. Have you beaten the story in Hogwarts Legacy yet? Question mark. Yes or no? Somebody playing in all 4 houses at once? Draco was saying that... Dude, Draco... I don't know if Draco's here tonight. He was over in the Twitch chat earlier. He's about to get his 3rd 100% playthrough. His 3rd... Because I was like, wait a second. You just played through twice and now you're 100%ing on the 3rd character. No. 100% on 1 house. 100% on a 2nd house. 100% on a 3rd house. Blew my mind. How do you become a mod, Jake? Just... Honestly, we look for mods based on interaction in chat, how they interact with other people in the community, how often they're present, you know, if they represent the type of values and stuff that we promote as a channel, and then as needed, right? So like right now we're pretty good on mods, but yeah, thank you for asking. The mods are always looking. So like if there ever comes a time when we realize, hey, we need to add like a couple mods, Well, I'll ask the current mods, you know, who have you guys been noticing in chat that you feel like would make a good moderator? That's how we got Ginny and Dr. Sherbet, actually. Ginny, a.k.a. Damia1, and also Dr. Sherbet, yeah. You're only... Antoine, hold up. 15 hours in, still need to go to astronomy class. So, yeah, we beat the game on the story... Not story difficulty, the story mode. Not the story mode. I can't talk. Too much streaming in one day. We already went 7 hours on Twitch. Now we're on YouTube. We played through, beat the story on normal. Then we bumped it up to hard, and I kind of wish I'd had it on hard the whole time. But yeah, now we've just been going through over on Twitch trying to 100% everything. And we knocked out a lot today, actually. So all I need to go, I need to get all the collections. That's all the little items that you can get for the Room of Requirement. You have to get all those, open all the chests, all that stuff. And also you have to get, what's the other one? All the Merlin Trials. That's the big one as well. You have to get all the Merlin Trials done too. Jaybird, you're already on your 4th playthrough. Shayon on your 3rd playthrough. Wow. GG, what's up? Didn't listen to the soundtrack yet? Hey, that's what we got playing right now. That is what we have playing. Protero, what's up, dude? Welcome in, welcome in. Do you guys think the replayability is good, or is it too repetitive? So, I love, like, doing the full collecting and everything. But after that first playthrough, I'll probably play through again because I want to do, like, go full Dark Arts. But yeah, I do wish they had more, like a New Game Plus. That's what we were talking about today on stream. If they added a New Game Plus. Because right now, I'm so overpowered at this point. Which, it's crazy. It kind of happened, and I'm even playing on hard mode. It happened when I started upgrading my gear. Which I hadn't really put much attention into until I started getting closer to level 40. And then I was like, okay, let's finally look into this and actually upgrade a lot of this gear. And as soon as we did that, man, started putting on some of those traits, we're just like, I mean, really rocking through enemies with not much trouble. Craig, 4 created, only 1 has finished the main story. Yeah, I only have 1. I mean, I made a second one as my wife just because I needed to record some footage of the Ollivander section, but that's really the only reason I did that one. AJ with the super chat. What is up, my friend? Taking my sweet time with the game. Still have a long way to go to finish the game. Get bored with the Highland stuff. Can never get tired of the Hogwarts stuff. I mean, right? Take your time, dude. Play it how you want to play it. When Draco's like, I'm on my 3rd 100%. If you want to play that way, go for it. If you're somebody who wants to take your time and, you know, play it over the course of months, why not, right? Why not? Dark Hufflepuff. Joseph just got 100%. Let's go. Feathers, you struggling on the last few Revelio pages. I need to do that pretty soon too, but they're all in Hogwarts. They're all in Hogwarts, so I'm glad I at least have them confined to one area. Action Assassin, what's up, dude? Yeah, man, yeah. We made the jump. We made the jump. We did, and you guys are a huge reason for that. Everybody here watching right now, support all these live streams, dude. It's been amazing. So yeah, if you guys didn't see, we're officially full-time content creator now. So we're obviously going to have a lot more to come with Hogwarts Legacy stuff, but yeah, we're going to start covering other games as well. But man, honestly, like, thinking about all the Hogwarts Legacy content that's still out there to be made, it may be a while before we get to covering other games how I envision. So I have a video up on the channel now kind of explaining the move and letting you guys know what's ahead. But this actually ties in perfectly. Let's get into the news. Let's get into the news because there have been some major Hogwarts Legacy stories dropping. So we'll start with this one from This is 11 days old, so it's a little bit old now. So this was from IGN. Hogwarts Legacy developer confirms there are no current plans for DLC. I think the headline's a bit misleading. So they talked to game director Alan Tu during IGN FanFest. Hogwarts Legacy game director Alan Tu explained that the team was so busy preparing the game for its launch last week that it hasn't yet planned on releasing any expansions. Okay, well that's what IGN said. Now let's listen to what Alan said. We've been really heads down bringing Hogwarts Legacy to life, said Tu. So at the moment, there are no current plans for DLC. That's not to say Avalanche won't be supporting the game post-launch, of course, as it has already released a patch for the game that includes several performance improvements and other updates. Hogwarts Legacy has already received somewhat of an additional mission thanks to the PlayStation exclusive quest. Fans will just have to wait and see if Avalanche Software announces any proper extras, but given Tu's comments, it doesn't look likely. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, you guys. I don't believe it for a second. So look, man, I mean, it's kind of a weird launch, right? Because they had to stagger things. You know, they had to stagger things. They made a decision to put the current gen versions out when they could, push back PS4, Xbox One, push back Switch even further. So their priorities right now, as some of the developers, some of the people working at Avalanche have even said this on Twitter, they've talked about this, you know, like their priority right now is for this. So of course they're not going to announce any DLC right now, right? I mean, that would be almost like, I mean, how would that make you guys feel, those of you who are waiting on the old gen systems? They're like, oh yeah, we're working on DLC and it's getting ready to come out, and the other guys are just like, what? Are you gonna get the game out for us? So yeah, I mean, I think you look at what Alan said, no plans. Hold on, let me go back to it. At the moment. Guys, like, if there's not DLC for this game, I will be incredibly surprised. Incredibly surprised. And I'm talking, like, extensive DLC. I mean, and people have been, who knows when, right? I mean, look at Elden Ring. Look at Elden Ring. Just finally today. Today, we finally got the announcement that, yes, there's going to be DLC for Elden Ring, which we all knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. They should add Merlin Cloak as a reward for completing all 95 Merlin trials. You know what? That's actually a really good idea. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't. Maybe that was originally a plan. And see, that's the other thing. Like, who knows what else they have planned? We had no idea about these Twitch drops. Like, we had no idea that was going to be a thing. And then either, was it like I think it was after, it was like right there when they were launching the game. That's when it happened. You're missing most of the Revelio pages in Hogsmeade? Yeah, GG, it sounds amazing. We're just kind of listening to it here in the background. They absolutely knocked it out of the park with the music. They did. Joseph, yes. I would love that. She didn't want to. My wife just brought Luna back. She was trying to see if she would hang out with her tonight. Did she just jump up? Oh, Luna. She loves hanging out here with me, man. She loves being with you guys. What can I say?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, that's too funny. My wife's like, tonight I'm going to take her upstairs with me and see if she'll stay with me. Nope. She had to come back down. But yeah, Joseph, I agree. I think it'd be great if we could change seasons. Yeah, we could talk about that too, man. That's probably going to be the next video I'm working on, is what are some like quality of life updates we could see that would benefit current players and also players on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, if they could get them in those in time as well. Not necessarily jump into DLC ideas just yet, because I have a lot, but yeah, I would love if you could change the seasons, because they're so just each one is so unique, right? And then once you beat the game, you're stuck with one, as far as I know. David played an evil playthrough. First one as a Slytherin. Now you're playing as a good Ravenclaw. Have that good saved life. He didn't say never. Exactly, Jenny. Deke thinks you should be proud of your new full-time. Hey, thank you, AJ. Appreciate it. Right? At the moment, there are no current plans. No current plans for DLC. Which is what you'd expect him to say, you know? And to be honest, Alan's not the one who would announce it anyway, right? There's a lot of other people that would have to be involved in the announcement of such a thing. If they had DLC and he said, yep, it's coming, they'd be like, Alan, no, what are you doing? Don't say it. Oh yeah, Jenny, you know it, right? I mean, the way that this game has landed in terms of the sales, which that's another news item, in terms of sales and also fan reception. I mean, it's Avalanche is on the map now, right? They are on the map and they're in a position, they're in a great spot right now. They're going to be in a spot where they can really do what they want to do, I feel like. If WB will probably go to them and be like, hey, how about more Hogwarts stuff, right? Which, if I can find it, like, they've already told us, man. They've already told us they want to do more. Oh, this is Chandler. Okay, wait, but this might be the one. Whoa. Let's turn that down just a bit. I mean, we've talked about it here on this show before. Right there it is. Right there it is. With your continued support, we hope to explore even more in the future. This was months before the game came out. When was this? This was, when was it? March 17th, 2022. Look at that. Almost a year ago. Almost a year ago. And we all know what that means with your support, with your continued support. What that means is if the game sells well, if the fans like it, if it sells well. Well, guess what, guys? The game is selling well. Fans are loving it. They want to explore more in the future. So, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, I think IGN's obviously reporting on what he said. Let's see if they had anything else in here. This right here, though, this is the part I disagree with. Given 2's comments, it doesn't look likely. Nah, bro. No way. And then since that story, hold on, let me catch up with chat here. Because then there's been an additional story. This one was February 22nd, so just 6 days ago. Just 6 days ago. And hey, DeGrimley renewing their Tier 1. Thank you so much, DeGrimley. Good to see you here hanging out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my friend. That's another one, Antoine. Yes. Photo mode. Photo mode. Photo mode would 1000% be on my list. Oh, did Eric write a tweet? Oh, I did not see that, Elwin. Hold on. Let me pull that up here. Let me see if I can find it. So that was February. Not finding it. Because wait, when did IGN post that? 17th. Yeah, I don't see anything from Eric. Maybe Chandler? I don't see anything from Eric on Twitter. Definitely make DLC. The game is barely yeah. It's barely out. I mean, look how long it took Elden Ring to just do the announcement, right? It's a good sign though that people are already asking for, hey, we want more. We want more. Beat the game twice, going through a third time, Samantha. Let's go. Yeah, David, Luna totally has her routine. Hey, all good, Jesse. No worries, no worries. Mrs. RACONTEUR, they need to add dogs. What's with all the cats? I guess it's a wizard thing. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it was a different Eric. It was not Eric Martin. It was a different Eric. Yeah. That's what I was alluding to when I said developers. When I said some of the developers. It was, yeah, we could read that one on stream here. Twitter. I think it's Eric Brown. Yeah, Eric J. Brown. Which I'm not actually sure what his role... Story tech for Hogwarts Legacy. Actually, I think I retweeted this one too. Yeah, I could probably find it faster if I go to my page. Or maybe not. There it is. Oh yeah, it was in a tweet from Paul. So Paul Tassi was reporting on the IGN story of, and Paul Tassi's tweet said, Hogwarts Legacy has no plans for DLC, which seems like a mistake. This is Eric Brown, who works at Avalanche, story related. Better way to frame Alan's response to the DLC question is to remember that we've only launched on half of our SKUs so far, so half of their platforms, basically. There are people out there who still don't have the game or a game in their hands yet, and we don't want to shortchange those folks. Exactly, right? Exactly. It would be a weird, it'd be an awkward announcement, right? If they said there's DLC coming while they're still patching bugs and glitches and people are still having trophies that they can't unlock and there's still platforms that they've said they're releasing on that they haven't released on yet. So yeah, it all makes sense. But I totally would be so incredibly shocked if DLC for this game did not happen at some point. If you press the map button, you automatically open the map area where you are instead of the open world. Yeah, I've seen a lot of interesting ideas for Alohomora. So one idea I read was that, like, when you unlock level 1, you do the minigame, but then when you unlock level 2, level 1 locks open automatically. Level 2 locks would require you to do the minigame. Then you go up to you unlock level 3, then 2 and 1 automatically open. Level 3 locks would require you to do the minigame still. So you would only have to do the ones on the minigame for level 3. But then the other option I saw was... Oh, what was it? Like when you hit Mastery, you just unlock all of them. Which is what you're saying there. Yeah, when you hit level 3. So yeah, the biggest things I'd like to see... And I'm focusing on not like big picture DLC stuff that would require a lot more. I'm focusing on like just within the confines of the current game. Photo mode, we already talked about that one for sure. The game's so gorgeous. The skyboxes, I mean, the scenery, the changing of the seasons, the night-day cycle, everything. Like, it just looks so great when you're flying around the world. Photo mode for sure. New Game Plus. New Game Plus. Now this one, again, I'm not a developer. I don't know what has to go in on the back end. But like something to scale up the difficulty and let you play through again. However, I don't know how they would do. Maybe you still have to unlock the spells as you normally would because a lot of those are story related. But then maybe like all the traits and stuff you keep all your cosmetics, all your gear you keep. That might be the best way to do it. Yeah, yeah. I also really wish there was a way to redo a lot of the mini games. So you can keep going for high scores on the broom, but like once you get done with Summoner's Court, that's it. That's it. Like you can't go back and redo those. I think that'd be fun to like go for high scores, see if you can completely, if you could beat, you know, if you, because you can keep replaying the person as many times as you want if you're losing, but then once you win, that's it. This music feels a little loud on my end, so turn it down just a bit. So yeah, I'd like to see that. We said photo mode already. We talked about, I think they could make some changes with the day-night cycle to where it stays day a little bit longer. I don't know if this is true or not. I haven't timed it myself, but there was a big Reddit post about somebody actually timed it. And it stays day for a shorter amount of time than it's night, or at least like visually. And I've noticed something very strange whenever you're trying to interact. We were doing the astronomy tables today, and you can only interact with those at night. Same for the demiguise statues. And there were a lot of times when it looked night. I mean, you look up at the sky, it looks dark, you see the stars, and yet I couldn't interact with a thing. So maybe if they added an in-game clock or something so you could see if it's early morning, and when you skip ahead time, it should say whether you're going from day to night or night to day, vice versa. But yeah, then if there, because if, I don't know why they would make night longer though. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I definitely, like, just anecdotally, like from a feel, like from just playing the game, it feels dark way more than it's light out. So I don't know. I don't have the actual data behind it. The chess game added. Now, see, that's an example of something that's like, I don't feel like that could come in a patch or an update. That's like a DLC thing, like a mini DLC. The other thing I was going to say is like crossed wands. Why does it just go away? Why can't we replay those? That totally surprised me. Crossed wands ended much faster than I expected it to end. I don't know about you guys, but like I thought that was going to be a recurring thing throughout the game. Like you were going to keep coming back and there were going to be harder, tougher challenges. And then it was only a couple. So even if we could just replay the ones we did, I mean, that'd be a way to like work on combos, that sort of thing. But with that one and also with the, with the Summoner's Court, like, this might get too far into the DLC area, but like, imagine if they could increase difficulty on them or give you like more opponents. Or if they could make it to where the AI changes a little bit each time, which I noticed with some characters, I feel like it did. Like they didn't do the same move every time, but then with others, it was like every time their first move was always the same. Yeah, Cross Wands was super fun. I enjoyed it. I just thought it was, I thought it was going to be around for longer. There was going to be more to do. You were surprised by that too, Jenny? Yeah. In the fall and winter, is it not normal that days are shorter and nights longer? Yeah, I guess I would have to, I don't know how that Reddit post calculated, like if it was, if it, you know, calculated the proportions of it and all that. But then again, even for a game, it should be different anyway. I feel like for a game, you'd probably want them to be equal. Like, I'm just guessing. I have no idea, like, what other games, like Elden Ring, and, I mean, even going all the way back to, like, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and, like, how long the night and day, I don't know. I feel like it's always been, like, balanced, though. But I have no idea for sure. Antoine, you thought Cross Wands would be there the whole school year? Yeah! I mean, that's not even a huge spoiler for anybody who hasn't made it that far because it's pretty early in the game. And it's just gone. That surprised me. Oh, what else? What else? This is actually the next video I've been working on, guys. So I had some other ideas too. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we got 2 more news stories to get to as well, but this is what always happens. Oh yeah, let me check the poll question. Let me check the poll. I want to see how many of you guys have said you've beaten it. Oh wow, 148 votes. 53% say yeah. Wow, 47% of you hanging out still haven't beaten the game. All right, we'll make sure to be very careful with spoilers. So yeah, our poll question, if you haven't voted in it yet, guys, I'll leave it up for a couple more minutes. Have you beaten the story in Hogwarts Legacy yet? Yes or no? Pretty simple, straightforward. Have you beaten it yet? I think that's good. That's really good perspective, though. Because in the online world, like everybody in my conversations, I feel like everybody's beating it. Everybody's just blasting through it so quickly. When in reality, there's a lot of people out there who just like to take their time. Enjoy games. Enjoy them slowly, I should say. Not that you can't enjoy them when you play fast, because you can. You'd like a whole club, actually? Yeah, that would have been such a cool idea to have like a whole dueling club where you can just keep going back to it and you get like new opponents or opponents that improve slightly or... So yeah, who knows if they'll look to that with DLC or if they could try to do it in the main game. Yeah, amazing CJB. That's what we were getting ready. That's one of our next news stories here. You haven't played it yet, Hylian? Are you on the other gen? Other console? Destiny. Think it would be cool if the companions could follow you like in Skyrim so that they feel like companions after you beat the relationship line. Oh, interesting. I mean, I think that'd be cool too. I feel like that's more of a sequel thing, though. I feel like that's a system that I don't feel like it's built into the game to where they could do that easily through an update, maybe through a DLC if it was like a really big DLC, but I almost feel like it would require a whole new game. But yeah, so the other big one, so the first story we talked about was the DLC conversation, which they're saying no current plans. I still think it's coming, it's just a matter of when. And then let's see, which one was next? This one. Oh, wow, this one was updated 4 days ago. Actually, I haven't read the update. All right, so we'll save that one. Hogwarts Legacy tops 267 million hours played. Fan interest surpasses Fantastic Beasts. So this is amazing, which any of you who've been hanging out in our live stream for the past 6 months and watching our videos for the past 2 years, you're probably not surprised because we saw a lot of signs that there were people excited about this game and also that the people working on it were incredibly passionate and excited for it. And that has now transpired. It has now happened. It has now happened. So this was an article from Variety, which it talked about this, but I think the most interesting part about all of this is when they talked to the president and CEO of Warner Brothers. WB Games president, David Haddad. So David said the player engagement is spectacular. So far, we have tracked over 152 million hours played, 173 million magical plants grown, 115 million potions brewed, and 556 million dark wizards defeated. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on in this game. Per updated stats, okay, yeah, a lot of those stats just crazy. But then here's the big one, guys. Here's the big one. Warner Brothers sees Hogwarts Legacy as a long-term franchise. And then here you go, the president, straight from the president's mouth. We are very pleased with the initial launch and see a bright future for our other platform launches. Hold on, I thought there was one more. Yeah. Our goal is to continue to utilize our amazing library of Warner Brothers Discovery franchises as we develop our future slate of games. And franchise is king when it comes to today's content. And then I thought there was another part. Oh, maybe it was just, I thought man, I thought there was a quote from him where it actually... I mean, I don't think they would have printed that if they didn't get that vibe from him, though. Oh, I thought that was actually a quote from him, though. The part about the long-term franchise. But yeah, again, no surprise. No surprise. Harley, out of Hogwarts dueling clubs, underground, where you can battle enemies in a safe environment for tournament-style winnings. I mean, sort of like the Dark Arts arenas, I guess, just not with evil dark wizards. Graham, fairly close to the end, not finished yet. Beat the boss, didn't see final credits. Hey, well, you still have like, so you've beaten, I would say, the main story. There's still a little bit more in terms of story, and then you got a lot if you want to do all the side quests and stuff. Yes, David, for sure, for sure. I'd love to see more HUD options. A dynamic HUD to where when you're not in battle, the spells and all go away. I think that would be really nice, like a quality of life. And the map, I can't decide how I feel. I feel like the map too. Because when I played through the story, I disabled my map. I did not use the map at all, guys. Didn't use it at all. I'm talking about the mini map, but the big map, absolutely had to use that a lot. But the mini map I didn't use. Now that I'm just going for 100%, I've turned the map on. And I'm using it now, but man, the game is just like especially when you're looking around Hogwarts and you're flying around the Highlands. Oh, the HUD, like sometimes I just want it out of the way, and that's kind of the point of a photo mode. Is like the photo mode, you go into photo mode, it takes away all the HUD elements, puts the game on it looks its best. So even if you're playing the way it works in most games, even if you're playing on like the performance mode, which is going to give you the best frame rate but not the best picture, when you go into the photo modes, these games will automatically like have this trigger that will show you the best fidelity, because the game, it doesn't have to move. It can just freeze it in that one state, so it can have everything look as good as it needs to look, or as good as it can look in the game. I feel, oh man, I don't know how, if I had to put a guess on photo mode, I mean, I feel like it's got to be high. I feel like it's got to be high of eventually coming. I would say 85% chance that we get a photo mode. 85%. If I had to put a percent on it. Amazing CJB. Do I need to play with other houses for exclusive quests and story? Without giving away too much, there is one there's one quest that is very different based on which house you're playing. And it's really just that quest, and that's it. You still all end up basically in the same place after the quest. Dialogue is a little bit different based on which house you are, and you're going to get different conversations with certain characters, because if you're in their house, then you're going to meet them sooner than you would otherwise. So there are certain characters in the game that you might get different dialogue from based on that. But yeah, you do, if you're going for 100%, getting the trophies, achievements, all that, you do have to play all the houses up to a certain point in the game, which is fairly early in, but it is enough into the game where it's not just something you're going to knock out in an hour. You're going to have to play a little bit on each house to get it. Trent, welcome in. How's it going? The camera's blurring out? Wait, which camera? My camera? Hold on, let me zoom in on me a little bit more. Maybe that will, it has like autofocus, so I don't know if that's what's going on. Oh, this is one of my favorites in the game right here. Keep it right there. Maybe that'll be better. Which one is this? Oh, it doesn't actually say. Oh, there's the name of each track, but it looks like they haven't added like chapters yet. Maybe they'll eventually add the little markers so we can tell what's playing. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. This one's so good. Wish they add more things very soon. I think it'll be a little bit though, because they got to make sure they get it out on the other platforms. Went completely HUDless for a while. Need the map to get to get everything. Yeah. I tried it without spells too, but man, that was too hard without even seeing the spells. I did try it though, Craig. I did try it. Appreciate it, Trent. Yeah, we're still early. We're still very early, but it's been fun so far. Think they should buy... Do I think they should buy mounts in future? I don't know what you mean by buy. Maybe like add more mounts? I'd love to see them add dragons at some point. That could be a really fun DLC. Love to see an online game. You can have your own shop to sell stuff, customize it in story mode. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to see something in the Wizarding world that's online that has some sort of cooperative element to it, because for so many of us, the Wizarding world is about community. It's about a lot of the people that you've met along the journey, and the books are about friendship, right? And that's just a huge, huge, huge piece of the whole fandom. So, I mean, I don't know if it would be Avalanche, because I think they've done such a good job telling like a story. And I don't think it could be this game. Like, I just don't think that's how they built this game, unless it just came totally out of left field, right? You know, like maybe Ghost of Tsushima style, where it's a completely separate mode. But, I mean, you can rest assured. I mean, I think, well, we just read from WB right there. Like, I think they know. I think they hear the cries for things like that. And, I mean, there is Harry Potter Magic Awaken, which I know is a very, you know, it's kind of a niche thing, right? I think it's like card-based battling, but you can still, there's a lot of cool stuff in that game that you can do, but it's still not out over here for some reason. Still not out. Hogwarts Legacy Director's Cut with photo mode and DLC. Oh, like a Game of the Year edition or something. Well, I don't even think they would have to release like a new edition for that. I mean, for photo mode, that shouldn't be like an add-on thing for any sort of future version. I mean, that should be in this game. Which God of War, Ragnarok, they had to do it after launch too. And I mean, I get it, right? It's not like, not a high priority thing before launch. When on their list of things to have taken care of before the game ships, photo mode is just not going to be at the top of anybody's lists, understandably. I mean, there's a lot of other things that take priority over that. Grasslands Vivarium, Craig. You think that's the one? America, welcome. How's it going? There's a slot for a mystery 4th mount. That's right. I was looking at that the other day, and I thought I figured it out. Because, hold on, if you have... Well, it depends, right? If you pre-ordered, if you didn't pre-order, if you have the Onyx Hippogriff, if you don't have the Onyx Hippogriff. Because you got Thestral. If you got the Dark Arts, you get the Thestral. If you pre-ordered any, you get the Onyx Hippogriff and the regular Hippogriff. Then you get the Grabhorn. Final Fantasy XIV, pretty much that. Harry Potter could do that easy, I feel like. Another studio would need to do... Yeah, it feels like it would need to be a whole... I mean, because an MMO, guys, it's a different style of game. Different style of game. There's some similarities, for sure. There are definitely some similarities, but... I mean, sign me up, dude. Like, where were we talking about this? Was it on the, No, it was Nightly Nerd who said this, fellow Hogwarts Legacy creator. I can't remember. There were so many live streams before the game came out. I can't even remember where I was watching him. If it was with Sly, the or if it was with Podcast Now or somebody. But he was on, and they were talking about, like, you know, like other ideas and such. And he was talking about like a Wizarding World MMO, like Destiny style game. And I was just like, absolutely, dude. Sign me up. I used to play so much Destiny. So much. Played a ton of Destiny 1. A lot of Destiny 2 at the beginning, but I haven't played in years now, which I heard the big, apparently a really big update today. Really big update. Magic Awaken will be fun being able to play with. Yeah. I want to try it out, Jenny. I want to try it out. I know James, our buddy Expect to Go, has played it some. But I didn't do any of the beta stuff because you couldn't carry over anything. It's like, I don't want to spend all that time playing if I can't actually bring it over once the game comes out. 4th Trial Quest just came up. Want to finish it, but I don't want to finish it. Moonlace. No. Well, I mean, at least you still have a lot of side quests, right? That's where, when I got really sad, is when I saw my quest page go to none. That made me really sad when that happened. Alden, welcome. How's it going? Final Fantasy VII Remake photo mode for the DLC a year later. Oh, wow. Oh, I hope we don't have to wait a year for photo mode. I hope we don't have to wait a year. But again, I get it. It's just not... There are other priorities, you know? Which, from what I've heard, you know, in talking to game developers who worked on this game and listening to other interviews with game developers, I mean, it's always an issue of where do you devote your time, right? They hear most all the ideas, guys. Trust me. And a lot of them they probably even had themselves. If you don't think they originally wanted Quidditch in this game, after playing through the game, I mean, have you guys seen all the references to Quidditch, all the jokes made about the lack of no Quidditch? I thought it was hilarious. I mean, clearly, like, they're very self-aware of, okay, yeah, people aren't going to like that we don't have Quidditch, so we might as well just make fun of the fact that there's no Quidditch, right? Kelpie Mount. Oh, Kelpie Mount would be so cool. I honestly thought, if I had to guess, I think I would have guessed that there would be a Kelpie Mount before the game launched, Craig. And I don't know if it was because of the Kelpie robe or what, but I thought there was a chance. I thought there was a good chance there might be one in here. Have I checked Final Fantasy previews? No, I haven't. I think a lot of people would be into an MMO, but I also think a lot of people... I think it would definitely do well. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of people who love the story... I've talked to a lot of people, man. I mean, a lot of them probably even here in this stream right now who they like single player, you know? They like going through a game on their own, not having to group up with anybody else. They like a good, well-told story, and they don't want to do all the grindy MMO stuff because it's a very different. Like, that's what I meant when I said like it's a different type of game. Like the loop has to be different, right? The gameplay loop has to be much different. Truthfully, I don't really care for Quidditch, Tater. I mean, I hesitate to say it because I don't want to make anybody upset, but I'm kind of right there with you. Like, I feel like Quidditch, to do it right, it almost has to be its own game. Like, you have to put an entire team on that. I feel like you have to put an entire team on that because think about it, guys. The old games, they did it, but the way they did it is you were Harry. You played one position. All they had to worry about programming was all the other stuff just happening around you. The game ends. It was very convenient. The game ends when you catch the snitch. But how would they make that? How far down this rabbit hole do we want to go? Because the Quidditch question, it's a big one. It's a big one. Even going back to Quidditch World Cup, because it's like when you play another position, how do they make that position actually have value, right? And be fun? Because the Seeker, let's be honest, the way it's written in the books, the Seeker is like, it's OP. To put it in video game terms, it's OP. So imagine, like, if it's this online Quidditch, you know, and everybody's playing their own position, and you have a seeker that's just, like, terrible. And you lose in 5 seconds. Or you have 2 seekers where it's taken forever. It would just, like, I feel like they would almost have to rewrite the rules. Troy, who worked on... Troy Levitt was talking about this recently in his latest interview with Alex. He was talking about that and like how you would have to almost tweak the rules a bit. But yeah, so in those old games, it was more straightforward. Like, you're Harry, they don't have to worry about all the stuff because, hey, when you catch the snitch, game is over. Everything happening around you doesn't really matter. If they had put it in here, and I guarantee you, when they were first storyboarding and planning everything out, for sure they wanted to have Quidditch in there. For sure. It's such an iconic part of the Wizarding world. But I'm sure it became a matter of, like, if we do this, what else is going to get cut? What else is not going to be in? For something that, admittedly, yes, there's a lot of people who really want it, but then you have just as many people like Tater here and like Alicia earlier today over on Twitch who are like, not really that interested in it. You might play it once, you might play it twice, and that's it. For something that's a complete aside to the game. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's going to be a DLC for this game. I don't. And I hope, I don't want to upset people. And I'm just guessing. I could be totally wrong. Like, maybe they're working. Maybe it's done. Maybe they already did it. It was kept in secret and it's ready to go, right? But I would be really surprised. I'd be really surprised. Ed says own game for sure. If they add DLC, they might start with VR2. Oh, VR. I was like, wait, VR2. PlayStation VR? Just cast the spells with your hand? CMU Store, wouldn't you get tired? They would have to make it to where that's not the only option, though. It'd be cool for like an hour, I feel like. And they'll be, okay, I want to sit down. My hand's getting tired. I mean, you guys know how many times we were like basic casting in this game. But I know there were some things where people were already working on trying to get, not anything official, but people were already trying to make it work with VR. Jenny, in the same boat. Not too bothered there isn't Quidditch. Would love to play if it had its own properly done game. Yeah, I would try it out, especially if it had like online and stuff. 14-year-olds playing online multiplayer games. Love to see Ilvermorny. I agree, Craig. And as much as I would love to see a whole game based on it, I think it'd be really hard to do. Because once you take it out of Hogwarts, man, then it's a much tougher sell to people who are only kind of casually following the world, right? Like this game, the reason it is succeeding the way it is, there's a lot of diehard Harry Potter fans, but there's a lot of sort of, you know, casual Harry Potter fans too. I mean, it's part of the mainstream. Harry Potter's part of the mainstream, right? Everybody's at least familiar with Harry Potter. Most people have seen at least one movie. But dude, like it is getting advertised like crazy, man. And whoever the commercial they're doing, I don't know if you guys have seen the ad. It's so freaking good, man. That has the cuts of the movie and cuts of the game, and it's like, remember watching Harry's journey through the Wizarding world. Now live your own. I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're crushing it. They're crushing it. What great marketing. But yeah, my wife and I were watching HBO and ESPN. It's on there. So it's like, oh, they're hitting all the range of age groups and different channels. You'd love, I would love some to watch a cutscene of it, or maybe have to help the team find something related. More of a puzzle exploration. Gotcha. A tie-in Quidditch game with Hogwarts Legacy could be good if done properly. Okay, yeah, that'd be interesting if it was like a standalone, like it's part of this world. I'm still trying to form my DLC plan too, which is like, doesn't matter what I say, guys, but like what I would most like to see. Because the thing I'm worried about, if they just go straight to a sequel, the thing I'm worried about is when we roll around for year 6, you can't start as a new student. I don't feel like you can. I feel like you gotta carry through this character. Now, if you didn't play the first game, then obviously they gotta have a way to kind of funnel them into the experience. But then it would just be so weird. Like, I don't feel like this is a game where you can do your character has amnesia and they forgot all their spells and then you have to learn them all again. And then what do you do about the secrets in Hogwarts? What do you do about the secrets in Hogwarts if you just make a sequel? Like, you got to have secrets in Hogwarts, right? But you already did it. You have all the field guide pages. Like, what? I guess that's their job, right? I mean, that's a game developer's job. But for me, I've said this a couple times now on streams. This is just where I kind of keep landing. I don't know if they would do this because I don't know if it would. I mean, it all, like, at the end of the day, it comes back to like what would make the most money, right? Like a sequel almost has to happen. But if I were writing it out in my perfect world, here's what I would do. I would do year 6 Hogwarts Legacy DLC. Like Witcher Blood and Wine or something. Like a big expansion. Give them a year and a half, whatever, I don't know, development times these days, like if that's enough time for it. But just build on everything you already have. Build on everything, all the assets, everything you already have. Make this, get the glitches, get the bugs fixed, all that. Year 6, new story, new quest. You're taking your character, you're jumping right back into the world, man. You don't even have to, you don't have to worry about losing your spells. You go into year 6. Oh, I think they could do it so well because you have so much of the foundation already there. Year 6, year 7 DLCs. And I know everybody else is going to say, and I said too, for the longest time, I was like, oh, it's set up perfectly for a trilogy. Year 5, year 6, year 7, game 1, game 2, game 3. But now, seeing how it all plays out, I think it'd be better like that, dude. A couple of mini DLCs in between, to lead up to them. But then the big one is year 6 DLC, Hogwarts Legacy year 6, Hogwarts Legacy year 7. Then you get the big sequel. And from there, there's a lot of things they could do, right? They could start anew. They could tell a new character story. A new person arriving at Hogwarts. Or, my personal favorite idea, we keep our same character. This character that we've created here in Hogwarts Legacy, we have them year 6 in DLC, we have them in year 7 in DLC, and then we carry them into the sequel. And I see 2 big paths they could go. 2 big paths. Path 1, you're an Auror. You're working for the Ministry. Tons of story stuff they could do with that, right? Or option 2, you're a professor at Hogwarts. Because I still feel like no matter what they do, Hogwarts almost has to be at the central of it. It almost has to be at the central. Yes, I would love Ilvermorny, man. I would love to see a game fully based on Ilvermorny. But trust me, guys. Ilvermorny Legacy would not sell like Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy Ilvermorny Edition would not sell like Hogwarts Legacy 2. It just wouldn't. It just wouldn't, man. Because the vast majority... Ilvermorny is not a mainstream thing. Hogwarts is mainstream. So maybe you could go to those other places. I think that's a bit... For a sequel, I feel like that's the biggest thing they could do. Which, I don't want to spoil things too much for people who haven't played through all the story yet. But I'm just saying, Hufflepuffs, the special story stuff you got, not fair. Not fair, Hufflepuffs. Not fair. Is multiplayer coming? Aaron asked, PvP? So they've said no. And I don't think so. That was one thing that leading up to the game, I actually thought for a while had a good chance to happen. But then once the community manager, Chandler Wood, took over, I mean, he pretty early on, and if you read through the FAQ, they pretty definitively stated, like, this is a single-player, open-world action RPG. So if it did, I feel like that'd be a little bit of a curveball. Be a bit of a surprise. Pretty new on the channel. Which house are you? I am Gryffindor. And sorry, I know I got a little behind on chat. I was just... Dude, when you guys get me going on these ideas, I can just roll with it. I could just roll with it. Huntinger, Retro, glad I got to a stream before it ended. Hey, good to have you here. Welcome in. Lauren D, more Magical Beast. I think that is a great... Absolutely. I feel like that's almost a lock for like a future DLC. That, maybe a couple more spells, more stories, maybe some more mini games. Like, I feel like those are as close to a lock as you can get. Because they're only, what, I think 13 total beasts? Well, I guess that's just counting. There's a lot more if you count the ones you sort of meet up with out in the wild, right? But yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Now that I think about that, I was so sure at first, like, more beasts. Oh, yeah. But now, I still agree with you. It'd be cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's more like 50-50 than as close as... At first, I was feeling pretty confident, but more I thought about it. Different timeline? That's another option, CJB. Yeah, they could go different timeline. That's the big thing. A lot of people want to talk about Triwizard. They could do Triwizard, but they would just have to be, like, to make it fit within the lore, because it was such a big deal in Goblet of Fire, because that was the first time they had tried it in a long time. So I think Dumbledore... Yeah, because Dumbledore's alive. I mean, we know he's alive in this time period, even though he hasn't started Hogwarts yet. So yeah, because Triwizard, I mean, everybody says Triwizard because it's just a perfect setup for a video game. It really is. But I guess the only way they could do that, stay true to lore, is set it in a different time period. Dustin, I don't think that would sell, man. I don't think that would sell. Franchise could just be Legacy and focus on one school per game. I don't think it would sell. It does not have the mainstream power that Hogwarts Legacy has. Now, over time, I'm talking a long period of time, maybe they could build into that. Maybe. But that would take a lot of time. A lot of time to reach that point. Year 6 and 7 DLC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have to play The Witcher now? Oh, yeah, I love The Witcher. More spells. I feel like that's a good shot. I feel like that's a good shot to happen. Nico, you think so too? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Nico said Hogwarts Legacy doesn't need a sequel. It needs to do Year 6's DLC. Yep, Year 6 and 7 DLC. And I'm talking, I mean, they need to be like beefy DLCs, dude. Like, so like all of the tutorial stuff that we had in this game, which there was a lot of it because we're 5th year starting for the first time. Like, there was a lot of that stuff. Think of all that getting removed. And then just everything in the DLC is just like a big new story with all these new quests. The professors, they're back. You've got that to carry over. And then they're like, oh, we could just call this Hogwarts Legacy. But I guess the reason that I keep coming back to it is I think it could just work as a DLC is because I don't want them to have to reset a lot of the stuff at Hogwarts. I don't want us to have to start the game and not know any of the spells. Which, to be fair, I mean, you could do that in a sequel too. Just have the character start with everything they already had. But then you're going to have that weird tutorial where they have to accommodate people who may be playing that game without playing the other game. Which there would be a small group, I feel like. But you have to do that. Like, it just has to be a part of the game. Oh, man. I love talking about this stuff. I hope so, Nicholas. Yeah, I hope so. It's so nice if they continue the character long term. Making Hogwarts feel new again would be interesting to see. David, that's exactly what I'm saying. Field guide pages wouldn't be a thing, right? You couldn't do the field guide pages again. It'd have to be something else. Which they're game developers, they're clearly very creative, have a great team. Maybe they could come up with enough things to make Hogwarts feel like totally fresh and new and have all this fun stuff to discover. But like how much of this game, guys, the part of the greatness of this game is that discovery, right, within Hogwarts. And you can't change Hogwarts like if you in a sequel. You couldn't be like, oh, well, we're gonna add this room over here, and then this room's gone, and then we're gonna add a new wing, and yeah, you just couldn't do that. Mad zoologist, professional Quidditch player. Yeah, there's some options if they went with like careers and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dustin. They already have a bunch of former Ministry workers. Ministry magic. 100%. Whether it's DLC, whether it's a sequel, we gotta go to the Ministry, man. See, the reason I love the Order idea for a long-term future sequel is because then you can kind of keep Hogwarts at the center, especially if we're working at the school too for something, like, you know, you're going back and forth. But then that opens up the whole world. That opens up the whole world. And once you have a character that can, once we're old enough to apparate, you can take us anywhere, man. You can take us literally, that open world game could be anywhere you want it to be. Curse Breaker at like pyramids, you know. Azkaban, Ministry. God, I saw Godric's Hollow in the chat, right? There's so many. And the pensives, right? We saw a lot of that in this game. Again, not spoiling too much for those who are still playing, but the pensives, like if you want to relive any event in Wizarding World history, they can make it happen through the pensive. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. That was actually a lot closer than I thought, though. The final results of the poll, 56% have beaten the game. 44% have not beaten the game yet. They got the best quest. I know. Freaking Hufflepuffs. Put the Hogwarts Legacy saga in the title so people know. For sure, for sure. But if Hogwarts Legacy is in the title and you don't spend much time at Hogwarts, people are going to be like, what? What? Come on, man. Come on. Hogwarts Legacy 2 should be returning as a teacher 20 years later. That could work. That could work. Trav, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. You could do it as where when we graduate, we choose a job, have all of England open to us. I love the idea, Templar, but then like if you could choose a job, well, that's like how many different choices, right? And then you got to make completely different games based on the choice you made, right? I feel like that would be more in the MMO route if we ever get an MMO in the Wizarding World. SP, for sure, dude, for sure. It is truly huge possibilities for the things they could do. I'm fine, CJB, that they didn't have a Potter in Legacy. They wanted to tell their own story. I mean, I think that's why they stayed away from the major players like Dumbledore. But I thought they did a good job. I thought it was a nice balance of like familiarity of, hey, you're going to recognize some of these names, even some of these characters, right? When we're talking about ghosts and stuff. But it was a separate story. It was a completely new story to us in the Wizarding World. Even all the stuff that we learned through Pensives, like I thought that stuff was pretty cool. I thought that stuff was really cool. I know our buddy Expecto Go was a little surprised. Maybe a wee bit disappointed that it wasn't tied to a certain other ancient wizard. Hey, Dreamin'. Perfect segue. Perfect segue. Hogwarts Legacy TV show. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one. Giant freaking robot exclusive Hogwarts Legacy show in the works. And I'll be honest with you guys. I've been preaching for a long time, hey, this is going to be big, this is going to be big, this is going to be big. Not even I saw this coming. And let's be clear on this one. Of everything we talked about, I mean, I think this is firmly in the rumor category. I would say firmly in the rumor category. However, apparently these guys have been reliable before. Our sources have reached out to let us know HBO Max is developing a series based on the game Hogwarts Legacy. And then they have a lot of stuff in here about controversy, which I'm like, okay, are you reporting on the news or are you just like injecting a bunch of other stuff? Anyway, I digress. Let's get to the actual... Oh my gosh, they really did bury it, didn't they? Let's get to the actual news bit. Are you kidding me? Hold on. I'm going to have to do a Control F here. What point do they finally... Yeah, then it got kind of weird at the end because they say... Dude, where the heck do they actually... Okay, right here. Our trusted and proven... Okay, so it was up there, but they had to get this... They had to get this line in there first, didn't they? Our trusted and proven sources tell us a Hogwarts Legacy series is in development at HBO Max. That is big. And let's see if they had anything else. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I really hadn't even looked into this one too in-depth yet. Part of what has rendered Hogwarts Legacy so popular, unlike Harry Potter, players of the game have the opportunity to be a part of the houses other than Potter's Gryffindor, allowing fans of the franchise to see things from different points of view. Players are treated to an open world, allowing them to explore Hogwarts, the nearby Hogsmeade, and more. Developing Hogwarts Legacy for the screen might be the studio's way of seeing whether or not they can keep the franchise relevant on another platform. They can, if they want to. The series, okay, here we go. Finally getting to the meat of it. The series is still in the early phases of development, so few details are available. Presumably, like the game, the Hogwarts Legacy series will be set before either the original Harry Potter novels and even before the Fantastic Beasts spin-offs. The game takes place in the 19th century, though there are some semi-familiar names, such as Professor Matilda Weasley, an ancestor of the novel's heroic Weasley family. And then... Controversy, blah, 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 blah. While it's far too early... Okay, this was the part I was like, okay, this is weird. It's far too early to make any statements about the cast. We wouldn't necessarily dismiss the notion of Harry Potter alums showing up in the Hogwarts Legacy series. You just literally said it was set way before the time of Harry Potter. So, yeah, so clearly not a lot of details on this. Which, did they say what the update was 4 days ago? So they must have just made some change, but we don't know what the update was. You see right here, it says updated 4 days ago. Oh, man. All right, what is my guess on this? What is my spin? I think in the works is a very broad term, is it not? It's a very broad term. I would say, given the success of this game, WB is probably talking about a lot of different things for Hogwarts Legacy. So, TV show is probably on the table. I think we could say for sure they're discussing it. In the works, though, like, does that mean it's 100% happening? I don't follow the TV industry as closely as I do the gaming industry, but I know this from following just video game over the years that people have said, oh, this is getting turned into a movie. Or this is getting turned into a TV show, and then they never happen, is a very long list. It's a very long list. That's why The Last of Us, like, I just didn't even think it was happening for the longest time. Uncharted, dude. They talked Uncharted. They tried so many times before that movie finally got made. There were so many rumors.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So this is not something that I think you would look for tomorrow, next year, probably not even the next 2 years, right? Maybe we get information on it in the next 2 years if it's officially happening. But yeah, I mean, WB is for sure. They're probably talking about, hey, can we do movies? Can we do TV shows? Can we do games? what else can we do around Hogwarts Legacy? Do we go? There's already been talk about, they're talking about remaking the movies. They're talking about doing TV shows set in different eras. So I want to see more, I guess. I want to see more. But the fact that, like, this is a rumor, and again, giant freaking robot, it seems that they have reported things like this in the past and been correct. So I think it's exciting. I think it's really exciting. And it would be super interesting to see how they do that as a TV show, because like they even touch on there in the article, one of the biggest things about Hogwarts Legacy is the fact that it's our story. So if you move it to a TV show, well, then you're going to have to tell somebody else's story, which the professors, you guys, man, I thought they were great. Ronan, Garlic, Weasley, Black, Fig, who else? Who am I forgetting? The Caretaker. Oh my gosh. Gladwin Moon. There are, like, those, they've got some good professors, man, that you could make. I could already see them coming to life on the screen and telling some really good stories around those characters. But it's like, do you set it before our character arrives at Hogwarts? Because I don't see how they could tie in our story, our character. I think it'd have to be set like a little bit before, which would probably be the safest, because then you don't have to worry about getting to Dumbledore. Maybe this TV show could be like before we get to Hogwarts, right? Like the lead up to that. All right, I'm way behind on chat. Let me catch up. It'd be funny if we are Albus Dumbledore now. Oh my gosh, could you imagine Slytherin? DLC getting leading into the sequel. That's kind of what I'm hoping, Knightley. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Hogwarts is mainstream school. People don't really know a lot about. Right. Wagadu and Ilvermorny. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Destiny. Year 6, Year 7, DLC. If I was a developer of Hogwarts Legacy, get big DLCs for Year 6, 7 in 2 years. Hogwarts Legacy third year would be a sequel. Or you mean like the third game would be a sequel? Or no, wait. The third year. I don't know what you meant by third year there, but I think you were saying the same thing that I was saying. Yeah, what will happen around Sebastian? See, that's why I think it might be easier. Oh, you guys are talking about for DLC or sequel. Okay, yeah. Not to spoil, we have 44% of the people watching who haven't finished the story, so I don't want to say too much. But yeah, there's some big decisions to be made regarding Sebastian in your story as you progress. So yeah, they would have to work that out. Plus the decision that our character makes at the end too. You could have a tutorial that you skip through if you import your character. Oh yeah. You could do something like that. Diagon Alley. Oh my gosh, yes, we need Diagon Alley. We need Diagon Alley. They need a Mass Effect story style. See, this is how far behind I am in chat. You guys aren't even on to the TV show stuff yet. Oh my gosh, Mew Store. I never thought about that. Level 40 for this. Level 70 for Year 6. Level 100 for Year 7. That actually works out quite nicely. You want to go to work, be a full-blown adult wizard? New to your job tutorial. See? Yeah. I think Professor would be cool too, Tater. I do. Possibilities of DLC they could do. Honestly, so excited. I agree, Dreamin'. I agree. Dude, you got to know they're just giddy right now. As excited as they were. By the way, Go Ninja Go. Hold on. 5 minutes ago, Go Ninja Go renewing their Tier 1. That's the 4 months for Go Ninja Go. Thank you very much for continuing that sub or that membership. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. 40 hours in, just made it to fall. Nice. Room of Requirement, yeah, that's a big one where they could add a lot of stuff. Like the idea of having the sequel focus on your character's life as an adult wizard. First game focuses a lot on exploration. A sequel would need to narrow in on another aspect. Yeah. Jenny, a show based on the game. This makes me nervous. Yeah. I mean, if it's HBO, and if they get the folks like Alan and Boston involved in terms of helping them. I was talking to somebody on Twitter about this. Like, I don't know that Avalanche has... Like, I don't know Alan's background enough to know if he would be interested in directing a TV show. Like Neil Druckmann, who is doing The Last of Us, who played a major part in the game The Last of Us, right? Like, I don't know if Avalanche has anybody like that. Maybe they do. But whatever the case, they would definitely need somebody to make sure that, like, the attention to detail, the world, the lore, like, that they have... That is some of the main reasons this game has succeeded. Ooh, yeah, they would need to make sure they did a lot of consulting and setup with them. All these people at Avalanche who created these characters that fit and feel such a natural part of the wizarding world. I watched a review. Oh my gosh, I wish I could remember who it was. I either read the review or watched a video on it. I've watched so much Hogwarts Legacy stuff over the past few weeks, guys. I don't even know. But somebody was like, I actually like these professors better than the professors in the original book, which I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'll go that far. But I agree, like, they fit in perfectly, you know? Miriam and Fig's past and how it leads into the game. True. Yeah, that LC, true. It's kind of surprising there hasn't been a show already. Finished the game in a couple days, Levi. Oh, you went through quick. Imagine Disney got Wizarding World rights and redid the books as a show. Oh my goodness. What kind of series and where exactly, right? Like where does it fall in the timeline? Is it before our arrival? I feel like it would have to be. That's where I'm at, CJB. Like, HBO, dude, they I'm not going to say they don't miss, but they pretty darn close to not missing. Like, they do such a good job. Anchor the main character story, no longer owned. Yeah, see, I think they would have to pick a different... If it's HBO, dude, they might not even focus on a student. They might focus on a professor. That might be the way to go. Have the professors be the main characters. And that way, Hogwarts Legacy as a game can still be our story. Means in the concept phase, right? Yeah, I feel like it's just like they're talking about the possibilities, kind of where I feel. If done right, a show could work. Maybe tell it from the perspective of non-player characters in the game, teachers, students, etc. I didn't even think about like the different shopkeepers and stuff. Hogsmeade. Look at the Game of Thrones spin. Right, like even something as big as Game of Thrones. Good point, Elwin, that had so much backing behind it, right? Only one of those, right? Apparently there's still a Jon Snow show coming too, but yeah. So it's still very, very early. Ready to sign up for the Hogwarts Legacy movie? Ominous as the main character. Ominous is a great character. That's all I'm going to say. Ronan. Yeah, Ronan would be really fun. Black made me laugh. Yeah, if they got Simon Pegg for the show. David Zaslav already said there would be more Harry Potter movies. Yeah, I mean, he even talked about... It was almost like they don't consider Fantastic Beasts or Harry Potter. And then there's that big rumor about Cursed Child. That's all I'm going to say to that. Big rumor about the Cursed Child movie. Hey, Janet renewing their membership. Thank you so much, Janet, for the support. Appreciate you. Heckett, right. Heckett, Sharp. They did such a good job with the backstories for these characters that they could really do a lot of fun with the story. No problem, Go Ninja. Nice to catch a stream again. Working late. Oh, you've been working late on Tuesdays. Dumbledore prequel. Dreamin', I don't think they're going to touch Dumbledore. And I think that's part of the reason that, like, I never understood why Fantastic Beasts suddenly turned into Dumbledore's story. I don't know if that was Jo's original plan. I mean, I guess it was, because she had such a big part in it. But it was like, why wouldn't you just... Like, I feel like it's almost like that should have been two separate stories. Like, I know Newt played a major role in it, but it's like, we could have just had this fun little Newt and his adventures. Like, that's what I thought when Fantastic Beasts first came out. That's what I thought it was going to be. And then it just ended up being, oh, here's Dumbledore, and here's all this stuff leading up to Grindelwald that we heard about, and, you know, some people liked it, some people didn't. Regardless of where you fall on that, it clearly didn't meet their expectations in terms of the money they were hoping it would make, but yeah, so I feel like Hogwarts Legacy may be showing them that, you know what, let's either go to that side of it, or go to the other side, and it's just like, hey, Harry Potter's back. This is a show about him as an adult, you know? But that would require a lot to happen for us to ever get to that point. Professor Sharp is your favorite for some reason. I mean, Sharp, I feel like they all are just so unique. So I feel like Sharp I probably interacted with the least. Show could touch on the four founders creating Hogwarts. Quickly leads up to when our character starts at Hogwarts. Terrell, I'd love an anime. Anytime I've ever posted that idea, though, it gets shot down. I feel like there's a Wizarding World story that could be told very well in anime, but I don't know. I don't know if we would ever get it. Dr. Sherbet with like a whole new story, nothing that's from the main stories. That's what works so well in the game. Yeah, for sure. You haven't even played it yet, Lauren, listening to us talk about it? Well, hey, appreciate everybody keeping things relatively spoiler-free tonight, since we still have so many who haven't played. Focus on Ranrock as a main character. Dude, okay, I'm not spoiling, but there is something you can learn about Ranrock in this game, which, my gosh, guys, if you were watching the stream, I don't even remember if we were on Twitch or on YouTube, but where did we find it? It's like a letter you find that tells you about Ranrock's past and gives you way more insight into him. Way more than you pick up on through anything else in the game. But it's a completely different look on his character, and I was like, when I read it, I thought, I wish that had been featured more prominently. But then I also love the idea of it's just like this small thing that you find, and when you find it, you feel like it was that added so much to the story in my head, knowing that bit of information. Still want a Ravenclaw companion, right, Feathers? Dude, after playing the game, Feathers, I feel like it was pretty clearly part of the plan. Again, I'm trying not to spoil the people too much who haven't played, but I mean, there's a certain quest involving Ravenclaw where you could feel like, okay, this is the character that was meant to be the companion, but maybe just things got cut and didn't make it in. Yeah. You episodes just dedicated to Sebastian. Well, you'll need to finish the game first. Maybe you already have, Wubby, but yeah, I don't want to talk too much about Sebastian because of the big story stuff that happens with him. More about the Ministry, Horrors, Unspeakables during this time period. Yeah. Not the facepalm at Cursed Job. Cases they went on would probably make some interesting episodes for sure. Tom Riddle TV show, young James Potter and his friends, Hogwarts founder. A lot. I feel like the founders, that's a big one a lot of people ask for. Lots of people ask about the founders. And I think that would be really cool, but man, would it be tough to do. Man, I mean, it would be tough. Not saying I wouldn't want to see somebody try, though. Because you're talking like ancient times when you get into the Founders. And you would have to make sure, like, there's probably so much lore you would have to pour through to make sure that you're staying true to that lore. But I would love it, dude, if we got to see a different side of a lot of the Founders. Because we already know a lot about them. I already read that one. No Cursed Child, but Sebastian episodes for HBO. Yes. Listening to the stream while chugging along on 100%. Nice. Hey, hopefully we're helping you pass the time. Cursed Child is not canon, Feathers says. The reason the first Fantastic Beasts movie was amazing and the rest went downhill. Right? Yes, they already had. Yeah, I thought the first movie was fun. I mean, I enjoyed parts of all of them, but it very quickly turned into something that was like, oh, is this really what it was intended to be? Sort of. X Steven, sort of. I have a second character only because I needed to get to the Ollivanders part just to do some footage, record some footage for a YouTube video. But that was it. I'm still on my main character going 100%. Thinking more about it, a show could be about the Seers. Could be. Studio Ghibli art style. That'd be amazing. It was in a side quest, talking to someone to learn about Ranrock. Yes, Feathers. I couldn't believe it was in a side quest. So it was a person talking. It wasn't a letter. Okay. I knew it was something like that. Hogwarts Legacy 2 at the Ministry. Can you imagine how many secrets? See, that's what I'm saying. But you still have to have Hogwarts as a connecting point. I feel like maybe they could, again, we were talking earlier about long term, maybe you get to the point where it doesn't have to have Hogwarts as the centerpiece. But I feel like you're a long way from that. I mean, I feel like that's like, I'll just be totally honest with you guys. I feel like that would be a 10-year process of getting, for a game to be as successful as this one, I feel like it would be a 10-year process of them creating this Hogwarts Legacy world, have a second, the DLC like we talked about, have a second game 4 or 5 years later where Hogwarts is still the centerpiece, but you start to do more stuff at the Ministry. Then you have that third game where maybe you only go to Hogwarts a couple of times, and maybe by then you've built up enough momentum to where you can now say, okay, look guys, our next game. But yeah, I think it would be a long road to get there. Yeah, Mac, I finished the game. I finished the story. Now I'm just going through and 100%ing Merlin's story. Hey, I know a couple people would be happy with that. That could be cool. 3 Hillary brothers, how's it going? Welcome in. Joseph hunting down the treasure vaults. Nice. Brittany, originally I thought the game was going to tie in with Merlin. They do have the Merlin trials. Maybe just visiting Minister of Magic. Yeah, Elwin. Yeah, it was interesting too because it was it just like that's not what I thought the story was going to be about. Major event at Hogwarts. Oh my gosh, dude. I just thought of the idea for maybe a possible sequel at some point. You're working for the Ministry in some special role, and then something starts happening at Hogwarts where they actually have to like call the Ministry in to investigate. That would be cool, dude. Hogwarts Legacy murder mystery. Like there's a student going crazy. Yes, this student with ancient magic. Some dude named Sebastian taught him AK, and they're just like They're taking out everybody now. But we can't find who it is. We don't know who it is. No. But for real, though, if they had, there could be a cool story there where you have to, like, come investigate something at Hogwarts. Or even if you're a professor. I feel like the professor angle could work, too. We're just spitballing ideas, David, or Elliot, for possible DLCs. Aaron, is multiplayer coming? I don't think so. I don't think so to Hogwarts Legacy. Too many Merlin trials. I'll let you know in a week, Nico, if I agree with that. What was I at today? 69%? 70%, I think? Somewhere in there. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how I feel about that. A lot of people have said that, though. Hey, Levi, thank you for stopping by. Have a good one. DLC, you could go with Natty and her mother to her old school. Yeah, like little trips like that. That'd be a great way to introduce other areas. Azkaban, cough, cough. Wink, wink. Freaking Hufflepuffs. Ministry workers that you have to go back to Hogwarts to find out whatever the plot. Yeah, Dustin, right? True, Jake. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying if you read everything Avalanche has said about it, they've pretty clearly been like, no. And not like in a secretive wink wink kind of way, but like, oh my gosh, we don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. And I credit Chandler for that. I mean, if they did end up coming out with something multiplayer, it'd be the greatest like twist of all time, dude. Because we speculated about this a lot. I mean, on this very channel, you can find videos of me saying, guys, I think they're going to do something after the launch of the game, Ghost of Tsushima style. And then pretty early after Chandler Wood took over as community manager, I mean, there were some very clear statements on the FAQ. Hogwarts Legacy is a single-player game. And then Chandler in another, I think it was an interview or a blog post or something, he was like, basically, let me be clear, it's a single-player game. And so I think that was Chandler reading the community and being like, okay, we don't want them to get the wrong idea. Let's make sure they clearly know that it's not multiplayer. But, as I've also said many times, I think Avalanche and WB both have heard all of these people saying they've seen the community building up around this game. Obviously, they had invited people like James for the showcase, Ben Snow, Lynette. I had a chance to go out, play the game early. They invited all of us out there to play the game early. They clearly have a read on the community, so they're seeing this support, right? And how a lot of us are saying, hey, we'd love to have stuff to do where we could, you know, go through a lot of this together, right? Play with our community. But I just don't know if it's Avalanche. I think it might be WB having another studio do it in the future with a different type of game. And then, like we've already mentioned a couple times, there is Magic Awakened as well. There's also Magic Awakened. Yeah, I heard about that, Jaybird. I heard about that. I'm being careful how much I talk about it because I haven't seen anything directly from them yet, but I don't get the idea that they're too happy with those right now, which I'm trying to figure out why, because I've seen, well, I think I know why. I just don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but we shall see. We shall see. Because, yeah, there's a lot of good things that can come from those types of communities. So I'm kind of surprised. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anything changes on that front in the future. Because some of the stuff that I've seen that people are already doing with this game on PC is, like, so cool, man. So cool. I mean, you look at Skyrim, right? Like, they really helped extend the life of that game. You got your first ban in chat? I do not remember that. I do not remember. Hidden Fourth Beast is a dragon to ride. I know everybody keeps talking about this Hidden Fourth Beast. I don't know if it's just an error. Have they commented on that at all? Like, I wonder if it's just a visual error, like with the menu, like if it was unintended, or maybe they had originally planned on having more beasts and they need to patch it out or whatever. First Twitch and now YouTube Live. What did we do to deserve this? Hey, dude, we're on that streaming grind. I got to make sure we stay true to our YouTube audience as well. We built up a lot of we built our community right here on YouTube with these Tuesday night streams. So I don't want to neglect those. We're going to keep trying to do those as well as Twitch streams. Yeah, man, it's been a long day. I don't know if I'll be able to keep doing 2 a day. We might have to move the Twitch streams to a different day. But I would love it if the 4th beast was a dragon. Would love it. A PvP arena would be pretty cool. It would. 100 likes. Hey, let's go. Thank you guys for all the likes and all the support. So I think we got through all the news stories. I think we did. So with 100 likes, it's time for a little Harry Potter quote trivia. Dude, it's been a while since we've done this too. So for those of you who are new here, I'd be surprised if there's anybody new tonight. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's somebody new here. But whenever we hit 100 likes on stream, we like to do something fun to interact with the chat. And so we do a random bit of Harry Potter quote trivia. So these are the US versions of the books. I'm just going to pull to a random page and try to pick a line from a character. And then you tell me the character and the book for bonus points. Dude, if this was on Twitch, we could actually do we could like reward channel points for people. All right, so last time, I'm trying to remember, it's been so long. Can't remember if we went with a really difficult one. Oh, here's one. All right. You guys ready? Will the Twitch streams always be in the morning Eastern time? Probably start, I don't know, we might do some night. Friday we did a night stream, but then like today we started at 10 a.m. and we went all the way to after 5 Eastern. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of open. So I don't know. Did you have something in mind, Dustin? Like, is there a time that works better for you? We had a pretty good crowd today. We had a really good turnout over on Twitch, so. First time, hey, there we go. Izzy. Do have some first timers in here. Also, Moonspark, new here, first time on YouTube Live. Oh, you found me from Twitch? That is so funny to hear. That's so cool to hear because it's usually the other way around, right? Because we cover this game for so long on YouTube that a lot of our people who watch on Twitch are from here. But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you guys, glad some people found it from there. All right, here we go. Here's the quote. It's a two-parter. So there's a part in here where it tells the character who said it, so I'm just going to leave that part out. But that's just silly, said the character. You can't go to work in this state. I think you ought to go to St. Mungo's and get them to sort you out. There it is. All right, so character and book. Here it is one more time. But that's just silly. You can't go to work in this state. I think you ought to go to St. Mungo's and get them to sort you out. All right, so guess character and guess book. Get off at 4:30 Eastern, Monday through Thursday. Anytime. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so we'll probably keep doing some night streams too. Yeah, like last Friday we started at, gosh, what, 8 and went to about 3 a.m. Guess what your name is on Twitter? How would I even begin to guess that, Jake? How would I even begin? All right, so we got Molly Weasley, Molly to Arthur, Order of the Phoenix. Wubby says Order of the Phoenix, Molly, Molly book 6, Molly 5th book, Molly Order of the Phoenix. Where's Brittany? Is Brittany not here tonight? Ron Weasley book 5 says Mr. Cold. Guess what? Nobody's gotten it yet. Nobody's gotten it yet, dude. Regional Tree 209. Okay, yeah, I would have definitely never guessed that, Jake. I would have never guessed that. Jaybird. Boom. Oh, sorry, Jenny. Sorry. So sorry. Jaybird just got it. It is Hermione Granger. That was kind of tricky, right? Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Let's see what chapter this is. It's on page 239. But what chapter are we in? Oh my gosh. It takes forever to scroll on the Kindle app on my phone. Wow, we were pretty much at the very end of that chapter. Chapter... Oh my goodness, this is a long chapter. Hey, Cloud Roth with the 1 month. Thank you so much, Cloud Roth, for the membership. Appreciate it. Chapter 12, Magic is Might. All right, and then it was on page 229. So here it was one more time. Oh, no, wait. Was it 239? I've lost it. No. Did I say 239? Yeah, 239. My bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah. Hermione. Oh, yeah. It's when she gives the wizard the... Oh, the puking pastill. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. Oh dear, she said, as he splattered the alley with sick. Perhaps you'd better take the day off. No, he choked and retched, trying to continue on his way despite being unable to walk straight. I must go. But that's just silly, said Hermione, alarmed. You can't go to work in this state. I think you ought to go to St. Mungo's and get them to sort you out. The wizard had collapsed, heaving onto all fours, still trying to crawl toward the main street. You simply can't go to work like this, cried Hermione. At last, he seemed to accept the truth of her words. GG's to... Who was it that got that? Jaybird. Nicely done, Jaybird. Nicely done. Which Hogwarts house? Gryffindor. Gryffindor, James. Definitely wouldn't have guessed Hermione. Alternating schedule with Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, so I think we'll probably try and keep the YouTube lives. I mean, all right, just speaking totally honest with you guys. Today was hard. I shouldn't have went 7 hours on Twitch. That was my fault. That was my fault. The plan was to only do like 3-4 hours and then get a nice little break in before we came back live for the night stream. But part of me wants to keep the YouTube lives on Tuesdays just because that's like, you know, it's like when you get a TV show that you have the time, it's like you just, it's like a staple, right? Everybody knows Tuesday night streams. That's what we've kind of built things on. So I want to try to keep the YouTube lives on Tuesday night as I just accidentally hit the Ancient Magic wand. It's still remained this whole time on its correct spot. So yeah, but the Twitch is going to move around a lot for a while until we kind of settle into this new routine. Like tomorrow, my mom wasn't able to come this week. We've had like so much sickness in our family lately. So my wife works tomorrow, and then I'll probably only be streaming on Twitch for maybe about 2 hours. So we're going to be on at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to shoot for 9:30. And that's after I drop my youngest off at preschool. And then I'll be back. And then I have to go get him a couple hours later. But yeah, when the kids are home, and my mom's not here or my wife's not here, then I'm not even, like, that's too hard to try and stream then. So yeah, it will kind of play it by ear, but I will try to post it. Elwin was cracking me up in the mod. We have a mod channel on Discord. And so like when I posted, I was like, tentative schedule for the week, guys. And it's like, hey, whenever kids are involved, it's always tentative. Just, you guys with kids, you already know. You already know. Do you think in Hogwarts Legacy as an Auror, you might investigate Dumbledore father attacking the Muggles? Oh, like in a sequel? Oh my gosh, it's possible. It is possible. You love the book so much, listen to them at least 2 times a year? Hey, that's awesome. Which house was my second? I think Ravenclaw is always my second. Kids come first, right? Yep. Basically the same. Not quite. You can't just, like, leave them at home, you know? You can't just leave them by themselves. That doesn't work that way. Oh, yeah, dreaming. Yeah. Spider-Man. Whenever the Elden Ring DLC comes. Zelda. Really want to play Zelda. And what else? Oh, man. What's the... I'm somewhat interested in Starfield, but I'm not totally locked in on it yet, you know? I'm sort of like waiting to see something that will really... Oh, yeah, Star Wars game. That's right. Yep. That's going to be the next game we play on stream. Once we get the Platinum in Hogwarts Legacy, that's going to be the next game I play over on Twitch. If I was in charge of W, what would you want in the Wizarding World? Oh my gosh, that's a huge question. We talked about that a little bit, like in terms of the game. I feel like it's best to focus on the game. We talked about that a little bit tonight. Amazing CJB. But guys, I mean, hey, that was perfect timing. Right when the video ended, I think that's going to be it, dude. I think that's going to be our spot to end tonight. I've got a long day ahead of me. Very long day ahead of me. We'll see how the kids feel in the morning, if they are able to go to school or not. We'll see, because they've got a cough virus now. not the virus, but a virus. So they got some medicine today, and they haven't had fever in a while, so as long as they feel okay, they should be able to go to school. But yeah, so I got an early start. We'll try to be live over on Twitch about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time It'll be a really quick stream, and I have like a hard out, so I'll go pick up my son after about 2.5 hours or so. Is Slytherin better as a first playthrough? Better than... I mean, honestly, like, I would just go... unless... Hufflepuff is the only one that I feel like has a slight bump above the others because of something that happens with their story. That's it. And it's just literally one mission. So like if you were on the fence with Hufflepuff and something else, I'd go Hufflepuff. But anything else, I think you're good with whichever one. Yeah. You're good with either one. You know what you should take? You take a look at the house relic robes. The relic house uniforms is how they're actually described, I think, in the game. See which one you like best. You can pick by that. Yeah, EP, we've been doing a lot of streams over on Twitch. Actually got raided by Avalanche on Friday. We went from about 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. streaming. And today we started at 10 and ended after 5. So we've been doing some big streams over there as we try to make our way through Hogwarts Legacy. 100%. 100% the game. But guys, man, thank you so much for being here. This has been a blast. Hope y'all are having a great time with the game. Those of you who haven't started it yet, you're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. Thanks again to WB for hooking us up. If you guys weren't here at the beginning, let me show everybody real quick before we sign off. So you guys have already seen the collector's edition, but they also sent us, this was really cool, these patches right here. These are going, those are getting displayed somewhere. I don't know where, but they're getting displayed. And then also the art book. But what this means is that I'm going to be doing a giveaway for my collector's edition that I have not opened yet. Here's the art book. I got to open that up too. Actually, look through it, man. Haven't even had the time to look through it yet. So if anybody from WB watches, thank you so much again. Really appreciate it. Awesome, awesome gesture of you to send that out. Really appreciate it. Epic outro, right? You like that? Oh, and the music. Oh, I feel like it's just, it's leading us out, dude. Don't unwrap it, Mr. Cold. The art book? Oh. You don't want me to look at it? Christy! Goodbye! Oh my goodness. Alright guys. This has been fun. Have a good one. Replay Squad. Thanks for the support. Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.